If you start simple, you'll find yourself improving. Hey Titans, all right, let's dive into HVAC KPIs for your field staff, for your technicians that are out in the field. What does winning look like for them? What is success? How do we measure it? And here's the thing about this. I'm going to give you some specific KPIs, but really you should use these as a benchmark for your own company. So the number that I give, yours may be higher or lower, and that's okay. But at least once you start measuring and using this KPI, then we can start taking the action needed to actually improve it. I'd love to see where you can get these things to. So let's dive in. The first one that I feel like ServiceTitan does a really good job of measuring is the opportunity job average, or average ticket. So the industry benchmark for this, for the HVAC department, is $350 per call or above. All right, number two, tech generated leads or turnovers. So this is how many times do our technicians go out and actually turn a sales lead in to a big ticket replacement opportunity. Because here's what we know. If we're only measuring by average ticket, well, we may grow that average ticket, but what we also may see is our lead turnover start to reduce. So this is why I feel like it's very important to measure both of these KPIs for your technicians. And the benchmark that we're gonna go with, the industry average, is 10% or greater. So that's saying every time you go out on a demand service call, at least 10% of the time, we should be getting a tech generated lead. I'd love to see what your KPI is though, after you start measuring it. All right, the third one we're gonna look at is close rate. So this is when we send technicians out and they actually close a call and collect more than just our dispatch fee. It's called the job sold threshold, and this is when they collect something that goes above that. The industry benchmark here is 85% or greater. Theoretically, we'd love for it to be 100%, right? But sometimes they go out and they just collect that diagnostic fee and that's it. But so really, if you're using this KPI, it's right there visual on the dashboard. Let's look for 85% or above. Number four one, this is probably my favorite because this one is the gauge of customer service. And it is how many 5-star reviews are your technicians actually getting. And the KPI, the benchmark I'm gonna recommend is 40% or more. So all the calls they go out to, 40% of them, they should be getting a 5-star review on. And if you have a good review process, this is highly doable. You know, if you don't, you're probably not gonna see near that. The trick is you gotta have a process in place, and we're gonna actually cover that at a later time, but you can get 40% or more 5-star reviews. There's contractors all over that are doing it. Their business is flourishing because of it. All right, number five is recalls caused. This is how many times they go out to fix something, and then we get that dreaded callback saying, hey, your guy was just out here and this thing's messing up again. The truth is, most of the time, if they will follow the process and use the forms and the checklist that we have available that's in ServiceTitan, these recalls will go way down and your callbacks will go way down because we're going to do a thorough inspection on every call. But the number that we're looking for here theoretically is 0, but the benchmark, the KPI, is 1% or under. If you start seeing a technician that's going above this KPI, this benchmark, then really that's an opportunity for coaching and to dive in to see, are they following the system or do they need some extra technical training? What's going on there? So I like to keep it simple. Use 3 to 5 of these. If you use more, it's obviously okay, but sometimes it gets a little hard to focus on, all right, all of these different ones. But if you start simple and start with these top 5, maybe even just 3 of them, you'll find yourself improving. Because here's what we know. What gets measured and recognized gets improved and repeated. It's go time.